Well, hello. Out on another walk. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Don't let the sunshine fool you. It is freezing. Today's walk is a carry-on from the one I did a few days ago, where I walked from South Darenth to Horton Kirby. I'm just retracing my steps slightly, so I'm in Horton Kirby, walking towards the start point. Right. Let's carry on. Well, as I just said, it's a very, very bright but freezing cold day. But I'm well wrapped up, so I shouldn't have a problem. The sun's very low in the sky, so I'm just hoping that the footage comes out quite well. The Osmo Action's got sunglasses on today. I've got ND filters, so fingers crossed I'll get some half decent footage. My, it's fresh. Well, what I've done, I've backtracked a bit on the Darent Valley Path, walking along the River Darent. For those that watched my last video, which was the South Darenth to Horton Kirby, I couldn't walk a lot of it because of the flooding where the river had burst its banks. So what I've done, I've backtracked slightly down the river, and I'm walking towards Frank's Bridge now before I continue on to Farningham. Well, I think, as you can see, the river's running at a fair pace of knots. It's deeper than it was a few days ago when I did the last walk. It's such a beautiful day today, but absolutely freezing. As I said, my hands already are like ice, so I may have to put my gloves on. I hope I can handle the camera. Looking at the river now and the depth of it, it's hard to believe that last summer I came down here with a pair of flip-flops on. I actually walked home in the river. Don't think I'd want to do that today. There's a few horses out in the field there. One on the far right's my little mate, who came over to me for a little chatter on my last walk. I'm picking up a lot of traffic noise from the M20 motorway now, which is a shame, and I believe shortly we'll be actually going under it. And I'm just looking back now along the path, just going to pan round. I couldn't do it earlier because it was directly into the sun. And there's Horton Kirby Cricket Club. As I walk, I was thinking, now I don't think I've actually walked this path for the last 20 plus years. Probably even longer. It was probably shortly after I moved out this way, which was in 1994. It's strange how you live in an area and you travel further afield to film and see the sights, and yet you've got this on your doorstep and you don't walk it. Well, the path's narrowed right down now and it's very shaded for a bit. Just getting glimmers of the sun coming through the bushes to the left of me. Well, as you can see, it's a frosty old morning. And in the distance there's the river. If my memory serves me right, we do actually end up picking up the river again, walking along by the side of it. I just hope it's not flooded and I can get through. Nice deep puddle there. Once again, I'm glad I got my wellies on. I used my common sense. Yes, we turn left here and we follow the river. It looks like the river has come across the path. That's gone down again, thankfully. There's 19 miles of the Darent Valley Path. I've done hardly any of it, to be honest, only the local bits. I believe it goes from Dartford Creek to Westerham. Careful underfoot along here. As you can see, it's left some rather large puddles and a lot of mud. This is quite deep, and I'll be alright. Just, whoops. I'll go through that last puddle. I nearly left a boot behind with the suction. And here's another section of the path that's flooded. What I'll do, I'll stop recording because I know these puddles are fairly deep. But there's a beautiful shot of the river flowing downstream, and it's overflowed here just before the gate. And if I move up, you'll actually see there's the M20 above me. The river is flowing beautifully. Well, there we are, we're now passing under the M20. Some nice bright sunshine in the distance. And you can see a rope swim hanging from a branch in the middle of the river. Sounds like fun in the summer. No sooner do you pass underneath the M20, you approach the A20. You're never far from a major road here, unfortunately. In all fairness, I can't think of a better way to spend a Friday morning. There's far worse ways. And now we're just approaching the A20. I'm going to be going under it. I must admit, I'm quite pleased that my filming coming out is mainly with the sun behind me, so I'm hoping Gotta get the footage I want. And on the way back I'll probably revert to taking some photographs. I must be getting older. I don't really remember this bit. I'm sure it's always been here. If you look into the distance there, there's a beautiful white building, which is an old corn mill. It's now basically flats and houses, housing estate. And there's the bridge. Just going to get out the sun, try and show you this. This is the Folly. Well, is an interesting and marvellous old structure. This is the Farningham cattle screen. Originally there wasn't a bridge here, this was built before the bridge, so there was a ford, and this was built in this style of a bridge. It's actually called a folly, and the idea was obviously taking the cattle through the river. They wouldn't be able to wander off downstream. The folly, or cattle screen, was built between 1740 and 1770. And as I said before, it's built in the design of a bridge. It's very deceiving. There's a view up the hill, past the Lion Hotel. And I'll just give you a close-up of the mill. It's a private estate, as you can see, and gated. There's the river running through it and underneath the mill. These are absolutely stunning buildings. Well, as I sit here staring at the river and the cattle screen, it brings back memories, some really fond memories of when my children that are in their mid to late 30s were little. We used to come down here Sunday afternoon, sunny, nice hot sunny day. They'd be with all the other children paddling and going mad in the river while those adults had a nice cold beer. It doesn't get much prettier than that. Well, I tried to do a bit of extra filming in Farningham village, but unfortunately trying to film up the high street, the sun was directly in the camera, so I couldn't get any footage. There's no worries, I'll leave that for another time, because what I'm thinking of doing is the next video is starting from Farningham village and then heading towards Ainsford. starting on the way back now, so I might get a bit of footage on the way back, maybe set it to music. We'll see how it goes. Well, that's the end of my video for today. My little walk from Horton Kirby to Farningham along the Darent Valley Path. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel and enjoying my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.